All right. So next up, Vivica A. Fox. So Vivica has all the sympathy in the world for the issues Taraji P. Henson says she's experienced in the industry, including the unequal pay, but says that that isn't her experience. So let's take a look at what she said.
So we want to know, do you feel like now is the perfect time to have the conversation that Taraji kind of continued over Monique? You know, you're an actress, you've been out there. Is this the perfect time to kind of talk about that in the right platform?
You know, darling, to each his own. Do you know what I mean? I'm very happy, very blessed. And to each his own. I didn't have that experience, so, you know, but to get your piece out is important. I totally understand that. And I love my girls for looking out for each other. But I'm good.
So Vivica actually came under fire because of this response. And so as a woman, as a Black woman, what are your thoughts on this? Yeah, you
Because for one, you go against the grain of your sister.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we all know it. Monique said it, but before, and I think people forget that before Monique said that, Viola Davis said the same thing.
She did.
And when you're in an industry, and you know, being in the media industry, I know going to school and studying the media industry, that you have to play the game.
Yeah.
Specifically in chess and not checkers in order to get what you want.
Yeah.
Vivica, I'm sorry, you didn't play a Benjamin Button.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, you didn't play a Hustle and Flow. All you got, big cred, to me, was you, Queen, Jada, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, that's the only movie that you had that really hit. But you play in B movies. You getting, excuse me, but you getting top pay, but you be in a lot of B-rated movies. You in these movies that show up on Tubi. And don't get me wrong, that's work. It's work. So don't get but at the end of the day, you're not in a space that she's in. Mm-hmm. And so if you getting the same amount of money she is doing movies for B-rated type of movies that don't even make it to the theater and make it to those platforms, and she working next to people that's getting millions and you working people that's getting less than you, it doesn't touch you because you probably one of the highest paid people at the set. Mm-hmm. 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 I don't think she should have went against her. If you got a problem with what she said, because you tried to make it sound good, but at the end of the day, you saying, "Oh, that's not my experience," was like when Lil Wayne had said that the racist situation was not his experience because he hadn't really felt it, and people were upset with him, and that's why they kind of dragging her. Because what do you mean?
Yep, right. What do you mean? Now, I feel like hold on, there we go. I feel like I may have an unpopular opinion on this, and here's why. I do think that she, as just, you know, for on GP purposes, I do feel like she should have, you know, kind of been in solidarity, or at least sounded like she's in solidarity, which I think she was. Like she said, you know, I'm sorry that this was her experience, you know, but this wasn't my experience. But I also feel like, why are we bashing her because that wasn't her experience? I'm not saying that I'm not saying you're bashing her. I'm just saying, like, in terms of like why she's getting all this backlash. I don't think, you know, that wasn't her experience. She didn't experience that. It wasn't, you know, a thing, you know, for her. Fortunately, I do feel like because it wasn't a thing for you, I do feel like you know, when you get to a certain space, and you should look back and grab, you know, and help people out, you know, help use your platform to benefit people. But, you know, it is what it is. Like, she didn't feel like that was it, but I don't think she should be bashed for not having that experience. I don't think she should be bashed for that. Do I think that she should, you know, stand in solidarity, which I think that she does. She even said, you know, I'm really sorry, and I think people just didn't like the way she said it. Which, I mean, I didn't see the issue in it. She just was, you know, this wasn't my experience. You know, I'm good. You know,
right.
So
And it wasn't her experience, and I think that's where you can kinda go with it, to
mhm,
give grace because it's not been her experience. Like I said, some of her and she, Set It Off was one of her biggest films that she can even get,
mhm,
credit for to this day, but I think that some of the spaces that you think about it, she's
yeah,
not wrong, but again, with Vivica, you might be the highest paid person on the sets because of the movies that you do today. So
yeah.
it never would be your experience, and I give her grace on that.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we'll see how it goes. But
Yeah.
good luck, Chuck. I stand with Taraji. I stand with Monique. And I stand with everyone. I also stand with Vivica. I don't think we should bash her. She said worse, in my opinion.
Right.
I don't think that she said something that was detrimental that got her. But a lot of times people can't say stuff on the internet without or have an opinion on the internet without being a whole rigmarole. So it is what it is. But that's that.